What's up, guys? This is Shayshahn MacPherson here from Gear and Gadgets, where I explain the gadgets that I use as a DJ and violinist here in New York City. I'm talking to you right now from the Bronx, New York, and today I'm going to talk about my camera gear that I use. I have personally an XT3 by Fujifilm, and they emailed me and told me that I can get my hands on their new lens that they announced September 3rd, which is the 50mm f1.0 lens. Super fast lens, the first time they have a 1.0 lens for this APCS system, and I was excited. I wasn't able to get a Photowalk online, but when I showed up expecting my 15 minutes with this lens, and they also had the 50 f2 and the 56 1.0, goodness, the 56 1.4. They automatically updated my camera for me when I brought it because I wanted to put their new 50 on my XT3 because that's the use case scenario I would have had. The people didn't show up for their photo walk, so I was able to have an hour with the lens with a model and my man Derek from Leica Machine, who's also a Fujifilm ambassador. And we went out, walked down to the water, took some shots. The sun was kind of harsh because it was around noon, and I would definitely say the 50 needs an ND filter. Check out the video. And two other photographers were with me, and I was able to get all that footage and throw something together. Unfortunately, my sound is horrible when I interviewed Derek. That's because I'm just using the XT3 and no, boom mic. And it's windy and we're outside. But you can hear us, so I think the information that he gives is pertinent, so I left it in. So don't hate me down in the comments because of my audio when I interviewed Derek from Leica Machine. I'll come back to you after the video and conclude what I think about this lens, and you can subscribe and like. Peace.
PhearNone Entertainment.
Shayshahn MacPherson. I'm here from Gear and Gadgets, and I'm blessed to have an XT4 and the new Fuji lens 1.0. Let's check it out and learn some more about it right here.
Hey everybody, I'm Derek Fosmeter, aka Like a Machine, and as he said, we're here checking out the new FujiFilm XF50mm f1.0. It's the perfect combination between a portrait lens and a lens that is still somehow wide enough to do street or pretty much anything you want to do.
Excellent. So what's the three key attributes to this lens that makes it stand out from the 56-1 and the smaller 50s?
Well, obviously it's an f1.0. So as we know on mirrorless, it doesn't directly translate to a 1.0 like we're thinking on a full frame camera,
right.
But it's still fast. It's fast, and with that speed, you get that bokeh that everybody loves.
Right.
So obviously the speed is number one. I like a solid lens, so having the feel of just a solid piece of glass.
Right.
Some people might say, you know, a certain lens is too heavy. I'm used to using professional grade lenses.
Right.
So this, the way it sits in my hand, it's right for me. The third, the optics. It's just a beautiful, beautiful lens. The 56 1.2 and the 50 f2, still great lenses.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a lens that's just going to say, hey, these other lenses don't matter. But it is, in my opinion, head and shoulders above both the 56 1.2 and the 50 f2. You just with the elements, the extra coating on it, it's just an improved optical system.
Right.
I'm happy with it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I've been using it for probably
A month? Okay, wow, you're lucky.
I've done night, I've done day, I've done portraiture, I've shot it wide open, top down, and it's super fast and responsive, especially when you pair it with the XT4.
Right.
So if you put it on a body that is going to be responsive, with a fast processor, autofocus is fast. That's big for me as a street photographer. I need fast autofocus,
Right.
and this is up to the challenge of it.
So it's like like you said, a Lamborghini with a Lamborghini car driver.
It's a Lamborghini with a race car driver. When you pair the 51.0 with the XT4, you're really maximizing. So I jump back and forth between the XT4 and the X-Pro3, and just both fast responsive bodies. So this lens is really tailor-made for that body.
I appreciate this Photowalk in Corona time, so we got the whole street down now. But yeah, can you tell everybody, because I know you do a whole lot of stuff and the little bit of like 500 followers that I got, could you just give them your handle and everything so where they can see your stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first you gotta start somewhere, so, right? 500 is better than 0, and you know what? 1 or 2 followers that are actively engaged and like your work is better than 500 that don't really care. So,
right.
Numbers aside, I'm not a numbers guy. But my work is Like a Machine, right here, LikeaMacheen. That's likeamachine.com. Like a Machine on Instagram.
Excellent.
Check it out.
I like that name. Thanks again. This is Shayshahn MacPherson from Gear and Gadgets. So the pros I had with this lens, the Fujifilm 50mm 1.0, great colors, Great separation from the background. Bokeh-licious, bokeh-licious, bokeh-licious. That's what everybody wants. But I understand why a lot of people like bokeh, because it separates your whatever you're trying to get from the background. And sometimes your background is not ideal. You can stop down to 5.6 or go up to 5.6 to get the background sharp, and the lens is very sharp, and that's another pro. But it's not a fake kind of sharp, which I also felt is a bullet point. It's very natural and soft, and it rolls off very nice for the eye. I also think it's great compared to the 56.1 because you get some more back. It's a little wider, so you can get full body shots, and if you are willing to move, you can get some great shots. The cons are it's a bigger lens, and that means things for certain people, but the system is so small in itself. I feel like actually it's about the size of this Viltrox 85. The way it fits in my hand here, and what I would do is just hold it as such on the camera. You can hold the lens instead of the camera if you want to vlog with it. And if you have an XT3 like me and don't have a flippy screen, just look right into your ND filter, which you definitely will need with this 50 1.0, and you can kind of line up your shot. I personally don't believe you have to have a flip screen. It's nice, but if you don't have an XT4, you can still get a vlog done and still be in frame, I believe, without the flippy screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.